What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Madden 20 video for you guys here today. First off, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support on all my videos. Please leave a like down below if you do enjoy the video, and subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and it really helps me out a lot in growing my channel, and it allows me to bring more content out to you guys. So that being said, let's get right into it. The MUT 20 database is now live on muthead.com, so I'm just going to go through position, kind of read out the players and just see who's looking good, who's looking bad on day one, things like that, who I think might get an upgrade. So let's just go right into QBs to start it. And once again, I just skip offensive line usually, so I'll go quick over them. I'll show you guys who's there, but I don't go into detail too much just because, you know, it's not a position that I really know that much about, and I don't really know how they get upgrades or things like that. I know they usually do like the heavyweights is what they do, but I don't know usually who gets it or things like that. So that being said, let's get right into it with the quarterbacks. Tom Brady, of course, is the highest rated at 88. Speed is going to be low. Doesn't have that high of throw power, but has that accuracy at short and mid-range and decently throw under pressure. Patrick Mahomes got that speed. He's got decent throw power. Accuracy's all in the 80s, but he's really got that throw on the run and throw under pressure. I think Tom Brady has lower of both of those, so Patrick Mahomes is definitely going to be expensive on day one. Theme builder QB Russell Wilson is up next, which his stats I don't really like that much. He's really got that throw on the run, but his throw power is low. Not really a fan of that card. Philip Rivers next up. Got that throw actually short for sure. No speed once again. Throw power low. Not a huge fan. You know, you got Drew Brees. Decent accuracy short again. Not a lot of throw power. So they really started these cards really low overalls, if you guys are kind of seeing that. I really like that they did that because it gives a lot of room for upgrades. You know, a lot of these players, sure, obviously they're going to have better stats if it's just quick games, but when they start them out, if, you know, Aaron Rodgers was like one of the lowest elites, or like let's say Cam Newton was a low elite, but he was like 84, 85, it just lowers the room for upgrades. I really like that. There's really no 90s in the game besides the captain, the level master, and is it Pat Tillman, the MUT master? That's who it is. So those are the only 90s you can get on day one, and you still have to earn them. I believe the captain you can do from training. Pat Tillman you'll have to obviously MUT master, I believe, and then your level master is just from leveling up. So it's interesting to see that all of these players are also gold. All these, you know, decent, good quarterbacks. I would say the line that I thought it would end at is maybe like a Carson Wentz or Kirk Cousins, right around there. You know, these players being out low as a 77, I really like the way they're going to do it this year. Not necessarily that I believe that a Deshaun Watson is necessarily a gold, but, you know, it doesn't really make that big of a difference if you look at his stats. He's got mid-70 throwings for pretty much everything with 75 speed, and then you look at Cam. Cam really has, you know, better throwing power. Accuracies is roughly right there, but not his deep accuracy is less and things like that. So he's roughly right around Watson. That one overall to make you elite doesn't really help that much. Let's get into the halfback positions. Todd Gurley's got that highest overall. Once again, the speeds are starting really low on running backs, and I really like that. I'm really not sure why Lamar Miller's got such high speed. He's always got really high speed in Madden to start, and I'm not really too sure why. I feel like he's not the fastest player in the NFL. That being said, I like that, you know, they're all starting low speeds, like I said. That leaves a lot of room for players at the end of the game to be 99 speed, but hopefully will have 99 speed by December, because usually around December is when they start getting those 99s, 97s, or things like that. They start getting the ridiculously high speeds, and then after that, Madden season is a little bit downhill. Hopefully this year they'll be able to extend it a little bit more. Just starting the stats off lower, it'll give more space to grow and really make those differences on your team. As you can see, you know, there's a lot of good running backs in the game. Obviously we don't know the prices or who's going to be, you know, the best players off the bat. I will do some budget beast videos on some gold players that I think are pretty good stats on day one. Right now I'm just going over all of these cards. That is not James Conner, I don't think, so I don't know why he has that. That's really weird. But I'll go over who I think is good, who will be a good budget beast on day one. Not really a lot of fullbacks in the game, as you can see. there's a lot less pages of fullbacks. There's just really not that many in the NFL. Only like 4 that are elites. I'm not sure if they're going to be expensive. Depends on the formations this year. Usually, they're not really that useful, so we'll see about that. DeAndre Hopkins is at that 88 as well. Like I said, only 83 speed. Catching traffic is 88 and catching 87, which is pretty good. But it doesn't really look like anyone's got more than like 85, maybe 86 speed on some players. Okay, Tyreek Hill obviously is going to be super expensive off the bat with that 89 speed. That's kind of why the budget players really work on day one. That's why I'll have another video coming out with that, because it's going to be hard to get Tyreek. Day one, I'm guessing he'll go for hundreds of thousands. Just compared to all these other players, that 89 speed is just going to be dusting people. Okay, apparently you can't find the second page of the wide receiver, so we'll just move on. George Kittle, highest tight end with Travis Kelce and Delaney Walker. Travis Kelce's card, not a huge fan of. Just with that 77 speed and only 64 run block, I like a run blocking tight end. So I'm not a huge fan of not having that run block, but maybe as like just a receiving tight end, and then if I have another tight end like Travis Kelce and then George Kittle, something like that, that'll probably work pretty well. So it looks like a lot of the positions are just really in those 70s. So it looks like you're going to really have a lot of gold team right off the bat. If you have a full elite team, you're probably going to be looking pretty good. Zach Martin's got that high pass block, run block, both of them. David Bakatari, however you would say that, got that pass block, no run block. So these cards, they're going to be pretty expensive right off the bat as well. So really you're going to want to get down into the low elites or golds, depending on what you want. Early in the game, it's really good to either make yourself a really big run-only team or a really big pass team, just to really get players that are maybe good at one, not good at both, but are lower overall, so they're going to be a lot cheaper. Or you can get someone that's mid-level at both. That also works as well. So as you can see, there's a lot of elites, but a lot of them are low. This is page 2. We got to go back to page 1. Aaron Donald's got that pretty solid card off the bat, but probably not going to be taking him just because, honestly, you can get this Myles Garrett, who's going to do the job decently as well. And I believe this theme builder you'll probably be able to get for free. And he'll also have still pretty good stats. Cameron Hayward at that 81. I think he should be a little bit higher. I'm just kind of surprised he's a little bit that low. But, he's not really that fast anyway, so it's not someone I would play at the end. Jabal Sheard had a really good card early in the game last year. So I assume that he might get an upgrade early in the year. So there's a lot of players like you see, guys. There's a lot of players to choose from early on in the game. There's going to be a lot of low elites that you're going to want to choose from. Maybe even stick to some golds if the price differences make a big difference. I'm just kind of going through them for you guys. So apparently there's no backers in the game. Or they haven't done the backers yet. Let's go to the secondary. That is not the secondary. So for some reason it's glitched right now and it's giving me all of the Patriot players. Alright, so there we go. There's cornerbacks. Darius Slay is a pretty good card off the bat. Jalen Ramsey is a really good man card if you do like playing man defense. Kareem Jackson, I don't really know why he has such great, or how he's an 86. I guess just because of his press coverage. Patrick Peterson with that 83, but he's suspended, so he might not get a lot of upgrades this year. Kind of depends how he comes back. So as you can see, guys, there's a lot of elite cards to choose from. Earl Thomas, only 80 speed. I love Earl Thomas. Favorite player in the NFL. So I'll be having Budget Beast videos come out for you guys soon. I just want to kind of show you guys the databases out, show you guys all the different things they have for it. So as you can see, certain positions have a lot more elites than others. The safeties, things like that, they're not going to have as many. People like Landon Collins or golds, which aren't that, like I said, aren't that big of a deal, because a 79 compared to an 80 really doesn't make that big of a difference. It really just depends on the overalls. And they also have a lot of programs out, guys, so they already have programs out for the whole year that obviously they don't have players for all of these yet. So they're probably going to delete them and fix them as the year goes. Let me know how you guys are liking the database, or how you guys like the layout of it this year. I'm sure they're going to change it with the prices like they kind of had it last year once the game actually drops. Let me know down below if you guys are looking forward to some certain types of players and what videos you guys want me to do for budget beasts, position wise. I'm probably going to start with the offensive skill positions, just because those are, you know, a great position to get a budget player off the bat for solo challenges. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and like I said before, guys, if you guys can subscribe, it really does mean a lot. It helps the channel grow. And as always, guys, I will see you next time.